In military disrespect news.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh, where I?
Whoa.
It's just so soft.
It's soft though, it's okay.
I feel like because it's mine.
I know. That's why it didn't hurt, guys. It's so soft.
It looks like you skinned a Muppet alive.
I know.
You know, all my
Grover, dude, you fucking killed Grover. Super Grover.
Oh, Grover's the blue one.
Yeah, man. Oh
no!
You skinned Grover to
I forgot about Grover. Big Bird sweater and an Elmo sweater.
That's right. Yeah. Super Grover. A teacher. Submitted by. Oh no, he didn't.
Oh no, he didn't.
That's right.
Z formation.
Dude, your hand movements are just so graceful, bro.
It's like a fucking Chinese soap.
Yeah, it's like
fucking soap opera.
I'm just like snatching a piece of thread off of somebody's fucking t-shirt. A teacher is under fire after telling his class that the military are comprised of the country's lowest of the low.
Oh.
I've heard this.
I've heard that a lot.
I've heard it multiple times too. And not saying that it's true, but a lot of my friends who went to the military were some big scumbags.
I mean, I would say like the way that the military is set up, majority are probably not the brightest. But then you also have the very, very elite class, like people that go to Annapolis, West Point, whatever. Yep. And those guys, that part of the military is pretty much like becoming a senator, becoming a governor, and you're like getting into military politics and you're fighting war at a different level. And you have like special forces guys, so it's you can't really put a blanket statement out like that because there's such a huge, crazy range. Like you have you have Wall Street brokers that are probably like economics majors that are super bright, becoming a Navy SEAL, and then you also have like the dumb fuck from McAllen, Texas,
it's like
or
chess.
Something like that.
You have pawns, and then you have the knights and the castles.
Yeah,
any
you
corporate
can't
structure,
really put a blanket statement over the whole thing.
You have your higher ups, and then you have the.
Except for JK, it's the other way around. The two retards are on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this high school teacher.
And even within the military, there's like a kind of a spectrum too. Like a lot of the smart guys go to the Air Force, you know, like they have its own branding too.
That's right.
Yeah. So this man here, he's a high school teacher and a councilman in Pico Rivera.
Oh man, come on.
Yeah, here in California.
Oh man.
I like a Pico.
I like Pico de Gallo.
They got that 24-hour Walmart over there.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's where the nearest one. Yeah,
Ooh,
so
that's where the lowest of the logo.
So maybe he's just representing his town.
That's where they recruit.
He's speaking from his experience.
Yeah.
I've seen Army recruiters
We
there.
might be taking this out of context too. What was the full statement?
I will show you a video of like some of his comments. It's chopped up because there was like 3 videos and yeah. So he was apparently set off by a student wearing a Marine's sweater.
Oh, come on.
And so his father, the student's father is a veteran, and so this student secretly recorded this teacher going off and saying, you better not freaking go, like to the military, and then I'll play the audio for you guys here. This is the teacher.
We got all our freaking night vision goggles, all that kind of stuff, and we can't freaking control these dudes wearing freaking robes and chanclas.
Freaking
Couldn't be the Vietnamese, they're a bunch of people this freaking big throwing rice at us. Because we got a bunch of dumb shits over there. Think about the people who you know are over there. Your freaking stupid Uncle Louie or whatever, they're dumb shits. They're not like high-level thinkers, they're not academic people, they're not intellectual people. They're the freaking lowest of our low, not morally. You know, I'm not saying they make bad moral decisions, just they're not talented people. You go in the military, it's because you have no other option. Because you didn't take care of business academically, because your parents didn't love you enough to push you. Ooh, you didn't love yourself.
Damn.
Why you wouldn't reach?
He's stupid.
He's going deep.
Well, what if he had a shirt that says, I love freaking pee-pee? Would you wear that?
I love what?
Pee-pees.
Don't you ever freaking bring the freaking military.
Are you gonna wear that? That's what he said.
I don't understand why we let the freaking military guys come over here and recruit you in school. We don't let pimps come into school. Alright, anyone interested in being a hoe?
This guy's dumb.
I feel like he got beat up by military people or something. Like he got picked on or bullied.
I can't believe the craziest shit I've ever heard.
He was saying some racist shit too.
Yeah. Robes and chanclas.
Yeah, what the fuck? And then Vietnamese throwing rice at you?
It sounded like
He's
a bad
that's why we
stand-up set.
lost because there's dipshits they're fighting for us. That's what he was saying. Yeah, who becomes a teacher?
That is horrible.
I'm just kidding. There's a lot of good teachers out there. That wasn't a diss on teachers.
I can't believe he's like this guy. I can't believe he's teaching the youth.
Or
man.
he's a council member.
Yeah.
That's horrible. He needs to get
Maybe he got
demoted and
rejected from the
fired.
military.
Oh.
Man, to get rejected from the military means you pro suck really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this teacher's name is Gregory Salcido.
Come on, bro. You gotta uplift your
Sausalito
people,
cookies are
man.
delicious.
You know, the military is like great for helping people that are, you know, from poor incomes, like rise up and learn, you know, you learn
Absolutely.
discipline, you learn structure, you learn, you know, you get schooling and all that stuff. And then the GI Bill helps you get out of that. And then you could get housing, you get so much. So like, I think a lot of people who are poor, they use the military as a way to like rise up in the world.
And he's coming from a very ignorant and small-minded perspective because it sounds like he clearly doesn't know about that whole structure. You know what I mean? Like where you have your higher ups, and he doesn't even know the incomes of the people that are like.
I'm 1,000,000,000% sure he doesn't know a single person that serves in the military. Like who does it for a
Or
career.
he got burned by it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't know because he wouldn't be saying that. You know what I mean?
Or he's a bitter veteran.
I also feel like you could make that argument about anything that you wanted to. Like
Yeah,
you could
exactly.
be like, because that's why I said like, who becomes a teacher? Because not that I think that, but like you could make that argument like, oh, teachers, those who can't do teach. Remember that say? It's like people could go off on a rant about that, or you could be like, who becomes a priest? Who does, you know? You could say that about almost any
profession. Yeah.
This is sad because it's like he's a minority, right? And he's like influencing so many young minds, and at such a crucial phase because it's in high school. And instead of uplifting, because he knows the struggle that like Latinos go through, you know, and instead of telling them like, hey, you can do this, but don't end up in this run, or anything you put your mind to, whatever, he's like tearing them down. Like, what the fuck?
It's like a power trip.
He like legitimately compared having military recruiters to like people pimps and hoes. Like that's some crazy comparison. You're like, you're an educator? That fucking doesn't make any sense.
That's tragic, man.
He also said this, wasn't included in the audio here. He said, how come when you go to like the Rose Bowl, the Rose Parade, Dodger opening day, why after the national anthem do we have a killing machine flying over the freaking stadium? You know, the stealth bombers out there, and everyone's like, yeah, that's what we kill people with. Like, why would that be something we celebrate? I don't get it. Anyway, you better not freaking go.
He's so stupid. Does he understand that's why we live the way we live?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying. Like, you know, we have this freedom because of people fighting for us every single day out there. Like, how can you
It's like
be
protecting
so
our country.
Exactly.
And those are the show planes. Do you think the Blue Angels are fucking out there fighting wars and shit?
It's like out of commission show planes.
Yeah, it's hilarious. That fool's crazy. He says the craziest shit I've ever heard.
He's crazy. I hope what happened to him?
So he was placed on leave, and so at the time when this video surfaced, because the person that uploaded this video was the aunt of the kid that recorded it, and so apparently at the time when this went up, the teacher was in New York vacationing with family, and then by the time he got back, he said that he's received vulgar and violent threats, and so he does not want to comment at all, like with the media. So
He's scarred.
yeah, and so like he also got. He was placed on a leave from the council.
He needs to educate
that he's
himself.
Involved in, yeah.
I feel like this guy's just not intelligent, and he just can't tactfully explain how he feels. Because he probably has some legitimate angers and concerns, but he's not expressing it right, so people don't want to listen. Because there are things that I don't like about the military. I don't have anything against the people in the military. I'm like, thank you for your service, right? But I'm against how the military is used. I'm against how like politicians use it for profit.
Yeah.
And that shit is whack. But it's a necessary evil, like because there are other bad people out there or other nations that are power hungry. And in the forces of power, like who would you rather be, in the winning team or the losing team? I'd rather be in a winning team.
Yeah.
But it sucks because it's like, do we have to exploit others to stay number one? I don't know. That really sucks.
Yeah.
But that's a better argument to express than to say like you're fuck that. You want to fucking go out there and be a fucking lowlife? Like,
Because I've had family members say it like that too, and it clearly, because this family member, it clearly comes from a place where they don't know that there's like different tiers and levels and job positions.
Like your family members
careers.
against the military?
Saying something to that effect and not that disrespectful.
Like that's your plan Z. Usually people go in the military, it's because you ran out of plan A through Y, you have nothing to do, then you go to plan Z. But usually that comes from a place of ignorance because you don't know that you can enter at a very low level, you can enter at a medium level, and almost every like general and above has like a PhD because you have to go to a lot of school to become a general. Like, and they don't know that there's like a very high level of military too.
Yeah, so they're mentioning that he has historically been a very popular teacher with the students, that the students describe him as real, inspiring, and loved.
Just because he says shit all the time. Like, he just, you know.
Yeah, when I first went to college and I heard my professors cuss, I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. And then when I look back, I'm like, they were kind of stupid.
Like they try to be cool, like they were the geeks or whatever.
Connect to the students.
No,
that's so horrible. A student commented saying that he's a teacher who cares greatly about his students' success, but deliberately provokes debate in his classes and encourages his students to have deep conversations.
That's not debate.
That's not debate.
He's not using debate words.
Yeah, it just sounded like a one-sided rant.
That's a rant, yeah.
Yeah, and that sometimes he has a very sarcastic sense of humor, and sometimes it may be taken the wrong ways with the students.
Well, maybe I'm not in his class.
Yeah.
So
maybe it was bad timing.
it could have progressed there. Like maybe day one was syllabus day, and he didn't act out that way.
Yeah.
But maybe, throughout the semester, you get to know him, and then he explodes like that all on a regular.
Yeah, because the student who recorded this, because a lot of people were saying like how that's fucked up that the student recorded without the teacher even knowing. But the student was just saying that he just got tired of him constantly bashing the military all the time. At this point, like he went into class with the Marine shirt or sweater, and that he was just like, I'm just tired of this. And so he recorded it, and he was showing it to his family.
He doesn't even sound like a professor / educator. Like,
no.
He's using some fucking dumbass words.
Chanclas. What subject does he teach?
Oh, that's a good question.
Geometry.
It's like something completely unrelated, He's like a PE teacher.
Like a wood shop.
Like at our school, if you were to coach a athletic team, you had to also teach a class.
Yeah.
So a lot of the history teachers were like just baseball coaches or like coaches. So they would just literally read from the book.
Yep. George Washington had some fucking wooden teeth or some shit. You guys figure it out.
Yeah, I haven't came across what subject he teaches, so I'm not sure.
Anger management.
He's like the peer counselor, guidance skills. That's so funny. Oh my god.
That's tragic, bro. That makes me so sad.
It's funny when people try to like yell their way into your brain. It's like you immediately shut down when anyone tries to convince you anything in this matter.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
There's a comment that says that he's supposed to be teaching history, so I don't know how accurate
called
that
it.
is.
Yeah, it seems like that's something.
History.
So he's a football coach.
Yeah.
That has to do history. I don't know.
But usually the coaches like the military too.
Yeah.